think?
I think mainly it's the wrestling nowadays with Myth, isn't it? I mean, when I fought him last, what about when it comes to Myth? Just the wrestling, but even the stand-up nowadays. I mean, he got that knockout over, I forgot who it was, but it was for the lightweight title not so long ago. So, yeah, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to Myth.
There you go. And of course, opts for that Figueiredo pick, who this time next week, Soren, will be available as a bantamweight pick. With that block, maybe he'll be not really one of the great choices to go for, but maybe you will. Of course, for AKA Josh, or as he's known here, VVS MMA, again, a part of that AKA camp, who have come into the league together at once, it seems, similar to that of Dave as well as on the Xbox side. And they've just really looked to elevate that PlayStation division. We talk about fighters that come in to the PlayStation division, essentially a division which is so much smaller compared to Xbox, and effectively are level raisers, and that's what these guys are aiming to do. They want to get to that title nice and quickly, but Myth is already in trouble here, Soren. Half the stamina bar gone. He is one submission away as he goes back down and bides his time. What do you make of that so far?
Yeah, I mean, I've just been seeing the denials from what's his name? Josh?
Josh, yeah, Josh.
Is it Josh? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I've been seeing the denials from Josh at the moment from Top Mount, and it just seems like he's got everything in check at the moment. He knows what to deny. He's not overthrowing. Like, every time he postures up in Mount, he's not overthrowing, and he's just making sure to retain that position so he can go for submissions like these. And it's just been a very smart performance from him so far. And to be honest, he can get Myth out early with.
And this is it, I think, Soren. Oh no! He survives it.
Very close, very close.
So close. I thought that was going to be it. But, hey, listen, Myth lives to fight another day. Of course, his breathing compromised, which means that stamina is going to recharge at a bit of a slower rate. So far, Josh, or VVS MMA, with Brandon Moreno in the green, is backing up everything he said. He said he wants to be up there, one of the great PS champions. He wants to be up there, one of the fastest PS title shots. And like I said, he's going through the hard road of opponents that sit in front of him. And like I said, Myth, who takes 2 losses in a row in recent weeks, showed his dominance in the early stages of UFC5 with his wrestling and his ability to handle pressure. But these guys coming into the league now, absolutely just look at a different level. And this is the kind of victory that you have to say, Soren. If Myth can find a way to win here, from this kind of position, not only does it benefit him in terms of maybe a next up title shot or next up top contendership shot, but it also outlines that he's no one easy to beat. But he's getting pieced up here. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep his composure too much more, Soren.
No, it's hard not to be impressed by Josh's performance so far. His boxing has just looked absolutely amazing. His top control has looked just the part as well. I mean, it's hard not to be impressed. I mean, we could be looking at the next superstar in the PlayStation now.
Hey, listen, I mean, you talked and teased potentially about your return to PlayStation, so has Dex Primacy. Does this guy pass the litmus test so far for you? Are you impressed by this guy in terms of maybe a potential opponent in the future or not?
Oh, 100%. I mean, his shot selection has just been absolutely superb. He's been hitting the target. He's been able to manipulate the block of Myth so far. But, you know, with Myth, we've seen him in compromising positions before, and he's managed to pull it out. So I'm not counting him out just yet, but it looks like a very tall order at the moment.
Tell you what, this is a very, very dangerous position now, though, for Myth, who again finds himself on bottom. He tried to go for that kind of trademark standing guillotine, which we saw him attempt in his title fights, didn't we? Against Cams back some weeks ago. But now he's stuck down here, Soren, and with that submission bar and stamina bar, this could be all she wrote. But thankfully, Myth manages to get out of there and survive a little bit more time. Uses that power transition back into side control. You think maybe an immediate Kimura could be coming? No, it's side control.
I could have seen... it could have been easily a crucifix as well, but whatever position it may be, or even just keeping it in side control just like this, I mean, it's such a dominant position. We've just seen it in like previous fights throughout the night. But, you know, again, Myth, he needs to use that sweep, I believe, that Davison does have from side control, because some people do miss out on that.
There you have it. And of course, gets that takedown and spirals him back down to the canvas. Now in half guard, looking to step on over. Trying to kick him off. That one there is denied. Now going for the armbar. And I tell you what, again, this is not the position he wants to be in. And he's out of there. Wow. Myth. And I tell you what, Myth has absolutely bottled it, man. I tell you what, Myth, we know he's got a short temper, but Myth has made himself look like a complete cunt. Wow. I mean, not really a surprise. Myth has been able to kind of to talk and talk and talk and talk before when he's been champion and it's been going well. But you can see the sulky attitude of Myth is still very much there. And he is fucking absolutely rage quitted. This is the guy that people do not like in the PlayStation division. People have not liked the way that Myth has kind of won his fights and the way that he's wrestled before.